So I give it to her, and I'm sitting in the kitchen. I'm on my phone, waiting on her to rinse her hair out and bathe, and then I'll go ahead and style her hair and everything. So she goes in the room, mind you, she goes in the room and still takes her sweet time getting herself prepared to go into this shower. She finally goes into the shower, and I don't know if she decided to bathe first or rinse the relaxer first. I don't know which one came first. But all I know is I heard the most horrific scream my mother has ever made. There's only 2 times my mother has ever screamed this way. One, when my brother was being sentenced to how many years or decades in prison. And 2, when she was rinsing out this relaxer. She lets out this scream. I drop my phone and I run to her room. And I'm like, what happened? What happened? I pull the shower curtain back. And when I look on the ground, all her hair is in the shower. And she's crying. And she's like, it's coming out. It's coming out. She lost all her hair that day. She looked worse than a Cynthia doll on Rugrats that day. Okay? Like, I cried for my mother that day. I cried like a baby. And at that very moment, when my mom finally rinsed it out, we neutralized it twice. I jumped in the shower with her with my clothes on, trying to help her rinse this relaxer out really, really quickly. And inside my head, I'm in tears because I'm like, my mom just lost all her hair. Like, I'm emotional just saying it out loud because I can still remember that day. And when I tell you devastation for me, it was devastating for me. Because she was crying, I was crying, and I'm like standing there like, what do I do? What do I do? Anyway, after she finally gets out of the shower and we finally calm down, she's like, okay, Crystal, what can we do about this? Well, my mother was the first person I ever made a wig for in my entire life. I learned how to make a wig that day. We went to the beauty supply. I bought hair. I bought a cap. And I improvised and figured out how to make a wig for my mom so that she could wear this wig until her hair grew back. Thank God my mother's hair is, I don't know what Indian is in her family because we all got this hair. Well, her hair grew back in a matter of weeks. But of course it's going to grow back nice and short. My mom's texture has always been fine textured, so it grew back short and curly. And then she decided one day that she was going to just embrace the short and she didn't want it to grow long anymore because she didn't really care for it. So she wore the wig. So every 2 weeks I would make her a quick weave wig where she could take it off at night. And then we would take care of her hair. We would wash her hair, whatever. And it didn't stop us from relaxing her, but that was traumatizing for us. Not even for just her, for me as her daughter who put it in. And I still to this day can remember the scream. And I can tell you everything from that very moment. So I say that to say this, where people don't understand how relaxers are. Relaxers are dangerous, you guys. And if you're not doing this the right way, if you're not taking care in what you're doing, you can easily lose all your hair. And if it's bad enough, you can stunt the growth of your hair and it never come back. Okay, thank God that did not happen to my mother. That didn't happen to her. Her hair definitely grew back. It's growing back now. You guys saw me put crochets in her hair. My mother has cut her hair off 1,000,000 times since then, and her hair always grows right back. So I'm thankful that we have that type of hair because not everybody is as fortunate as that. How you feeling?
It's
On fire?
a little tingle on that side.
Where?
Okay, where you were just at.
Right
on
here?
The right side.
Over here?
Uh-huh.
Okay, we'll go to the shampoo bowl anyway. I can rinse that side because back there's processed.
Oh, okay. Good.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Anyway, you guys, yeah, so that is why I am so big on leaving relaxing to a professional. This is why I am so big on making sure that people understand that, yes, I want it to be processed, but there's a time limit to a lot of these things. This is not something that you play with. Relaxer is a form of hair remover if used the wrong way or even in the right way. If you want it to remove your hair, it can remove your hair. If you want it to straighten your hair, it can straighten your hair. Relaxers can be mimicked or manipulated in so many ways. It can make your hair curly. It can make your hair straight. It can take your hair out. It can also leave your hair nice and wavy enough where it's more texturized. Relaxer is not a game. And this is why I tell people